Hey, if you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe now. It would motivate us to put more effort in creating such videos. Let's start the video. Hello and welcome to Asana tutorial. Asana is a comprehensive work management platform designed to help teams plan, organize, and manage projects, tasks, and communications in a shared space. Asana is a web-based project management tool. It's also available as a desktop app and mobile app for both iOS and Android. So you can access Asana through your web browser or install the app on your desktop or mobile device to manage tasks and projects. Asana offers a free personal plan for individuals and small teams, and it's also available for up to 10 people. This plan provides a basic project management features including unlimited tasks, projects, messages, and file storages. So as I mentioned earlier, Asana is a web-based tool. So start using Asana, you would have to jump to asana.com. Then you will be landed to this page. And just to have a look at free plan of Asana, let's jump to pricing. And if we just go through the personal plan for individual and small teams looking to manage their task, which is free forever. In the free plan, you can manage tasks and personal to-dos to collaborate with up to 10 team members, unlimited tasks, unlimited projects, unlimited messages, unlimited active log. There are the different kind of views are also available: list view, board view, calendar view, and so on and so forth. Just a quick view of a starter plan. If we just compare the starter with the personal, the very first thing is, of course, it has the Asana AI. There is the no user seat limits, and it also has a timeline and a Gantt view, workflow builder, project dashboard, universal reporting. I mean, there are too many extra features, of course, in the starter and the advanced. But if you have a smaller team and working on a simple projects management, in my opinion, the personal should also suffice for you. So let's go back to the Asana home. For start using Asana, you would have to sign up, and for that you can click on get started here or right on the top. Let's click on get started here. Now there are the two options. Either you could sign up with your Google account or continue with your company. Of course, once you are doing some of the company projects, it's better you log in with your company email address so that once you invite the other team members, all of you has the same domain. But for the tutorial purpose, I'm going to continue with my Google account. Sign into Asana, continue. And now the Asana is trying to get to know me, asking my full name. I'm giving my full name. Now Asana is asking what's your role. Wherever your role is, you can manage here. I'm going to give here the manager. Which function best describe your work? Choose the option which best fit for you. I'm going to select for myself information technology, product management, project management, or if you want, you can also select prefer not to say. What do you want to use Asana for? We would like to use it for project management, definitely. You can choose the option what's best fit for you, or you can also prefer not to say. Now we can set up here very first project. Let's say our team is working on a website development project. I give it a name, website development. Hit continue. Now, what are a few tasks that you have to do for website development? I'm going to give a task such as information gathering, planning, design, and for the task we can include at the next stage. Let's hit on continue. Now during the project setup phase, the Asana is asking how would you group these tasks into a sections or stretches. So either you can leave the sections as it is, to do, doing, and done, or you can also customize it, such as you can rename to do section as a issues or a backlog, doing section as a work in progress, done section as completed. I mean, you have a free choice. You can customize them as you will. And of course, in Asana, a section is a way to divide and organize tasks within a project. Let's leave the section name as it is, hit on continue. Now the next thing to select is which layout you would like to choose for your project. So the very first one is the list. As you can see on the right side as well, there's a list layout. List is the Asana's most popular view. This view provides at a glance insights who is doing what by when, displaying a task name, assignee, due date, and number of associated subtasks in a linear grid view. And the next layout is the board layout. Boards are basically your project tasks at different stages. Board view is like a Kanban board. organizing your task into columns. For example, in our website development project, we have a different stages columns such as to do, doing, and done. And as work progress through each stage, we can drag and drop the task from one stage to another. Next available template is our timeline view. The timeline view shows how the pieces of your plan fit together. To use timeline view most effectively, assign start and due date to each task, which you can set by dragging and dropping tasks into a timeline. You can also easily set task dependencies on a timeline view too. And finally, the last layout is the calendar layout. With calendar view layout, you can see all tasks in a given project on one calendar. That way you can easily track cadence, coverage, and deadlines. So now whether you want to see projects in list, board, timeline, or calendar view, Asana provides the flexibility you need to focus on your work. Let's hit on continue. Now here you can type in the email addresses of your team member who would work with you during this website development project. By typing in their email addresses, you can invite them to the team. All right, let's click on take me to my project. All right, so in the list view, as you can see that our project website development have 3 sections: to-dos, doing, and done. If you still want to change the name of your sections, of course, you can double click and give them any other name. Now let's put in the more to-dos for this project. The next task is of the development, front and back end development of a software. After the development, the next task is the testing, then the deployment. The next task would be maintenance. All right, so once we have created the all to-dos, we can assign which team member is going to work on which task. So as I am the only team member in this project, I'm going to assign all of these tasks to myself, and I can also create the due dates, right? So let's put the due date after the 21st, so maybe 22, right? I can give also the priority, of course, is a high, and the status is, let's say, on the track. So for the next testing, I can also give the start date. I would be starting it like from the 26th, and for testing, let's say need 2 days, so 26 and 27. Enter, the dates are there. For deployment, maybe the due date is the 28th, and for the maintenance is afterwards from the 28th. And similarly, I can define here the priority. In the beginning phase is the priority is high, and the maintenance, it depends. It's also, I can take it on a low. There is also on the status, I can take the status wherever the status is. And once you add the task, if you double click on them, you can provide some extra information to the task, for example, the description. And if you wish, you can also add the subtask. If you want, you can add the attachment. You can upload it from your machine or Dropbox, Google Drive Box, OneDrive, SharePoint. There are plenty of options available. And once again, here, if you would like to add the subtask, once you are done with the task, then just hit on close. Now let's say one of your team members started working on this task, then he would move this task status from the section to do to doing. For that, you just can easily click here and then just move the project's website development from to do to doing. Boom, the task has been moved from the to do section to the doing. And similarly, once the other task has been completed, you can move all of them from to do to doing. And once these tasks from this stage has been completed, you can move it from the doing to done. And in project management, usually when all of your backlog issues or to-dos, when they have moved from to-do to done, usually the project is finalized or completed. All right, so now if I go back to my task, now this is the main dashboard where I can see which are the tasks being assigned to me. I can also go to the board view, and I can also see the task in a nice Kanban board format. And depending upon when the task is needed to start it, I can easily drag and drop the task into the next list. If I wish, I also, of course, can go to the calendar and have a look when and which task needed to be started and what are their due dates. Now let's go back to our project website development. If you want to add the more task, of course, you can click on the add task here. And if you would like to add the more sections, such as the section troubleshoot thing. You can add the sections, and you can add the task. You can also add the subtasks. You can assign, due date, prioritize, status. And the right column here is also the option that you can select a number. There's the ID and the timer. Of course, there's a plenty of options that you can also the number of a column integrate here. All right, if you want to change the theme of your Asana display, you have to move to your profile, click right there, go to settings, go to display, and then here is the option that which theme you would like to choose, the light or dark. Let's try the dark one. I select the dark. That has been taken. Now let's go back. Now our project board looks a little bit different. And last but not the least, if you would like to see the day-to-day task, some graphs, then you can click on the dashboard. The dashboard in Asana contains the charts and visualization that let you zoom out from the day-to-day to quickly understand your team's progress. For example, you can quickly find out there isn't any task being completed, there is 7 things need to be done, 0 tasks are overdue, and so on and so forth. And in your dashboard, if you would like to add more widget, let's click on add widget. You can add more chart. Or if you would like to add some text, then you can add some text to your dashboard as well. All right, so that's it more or less for the Asana tutorial. If you have any question, do let me know.